Because I don't want anybody going on me. We need every voter. I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care.
Oh my God, he admitted.
Wow, Donald Trump was actually honest about something for once. Crazy. Now, this happened during a Sunday rally in Las Vegas, which is currently facing a pretty dangerous heat wave causing 100 plus degree weather. So the temperature's pretty hot. In fact, the Clark County Fire Department said around 30 people were treated on site or sent to the hospital on Sunday as a result of the heat. The New York Times also noted that Trump campaign staffers had been scrambling to put in place measures to alleviate any possible health issues. In fact, the Trump campaign said it would have thousands of bottles of water on hand in Las Vegas to offer people in line and those who are already inside the security perimeter. They also said they would put up tents around the park so that people could get out of the sun, and there would be at least one tent with air conditioning. Ooh. Campaign staff would set up a number of misting fans to help cool off attendees. That's actually more than what I expected from the Trump campaign. But anyway, there still ended up being no shade or covering in the area in front of the stage where people stood to watch Donald Trump deliver his speech in this very, very brutal heat, which is why I think some people decided to hit the doors a little early.
Why are all these people leaving in the middle of the speech? Donald Trump is speaking right now.
So when do we get in?
And all these people are leaving. I don't get it. Look at all these people leaving right in the middle of the speech. Are they bored? I don't understand. Why are all you guys leaving? Why are you guys leaving in the middle of the speech? I don't get it.
Yeah, I love that all these MAGA people were like, you know what?
That's it. See you later.
I'm out of here. It's too hot. In fact, you had one right-wing live streamer saying, quote, I was planning on staying out here for 8 hours, and I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm live streaming, but I'm going to go around and say hi to people and then just boogie, I think. It's nasty out here. Couldn't agree more. It's pretty bad. So yeah, Donald Trump, his rallies, I mean, again, he doesn't care if you pass out from the heat. As long as you show up to hear him talk, okay? He's like, well, if I'm hot, then you're all going to be hot. I'm hotter hotter than a dog up here. Or something like that. I forget his quote on that, but okay, fine, right? That's who he is. It's whatever. He doesn't care. He also doesn't care about your well-being, apparently, as long as you show up to vote for him. Now, I gotta ask, is that the kind of guy you want pushing policy that would directly affect you and your family? I mean, you gotta care a little bit, right? Or at least you gotta care about policy positions that would help the average person. But no, it doesn't seem like it. See, we already learned that, I feel like, from the previous Trump administration. And, you know, not only that, but with full Republican control of Congress. Remember that? What did we get there, policy-wise? Tax cuts for the rich, which helped Trump. Environmental destruction. You had scandal, grift, and corruption on a mass scale. And, of course, a pandemic. Now, I'm not blaming Donald Trump for the pandemic, but I can blame him for the pandemic response, which was pretty bad. Trump defunded pandemic preparedness. His administration had actually ended a $200 million early warning program called Project Predict, which was designed to alert the government to potential pandemics. This was just 3 months before it was believed that COVID began infecting people in China. Not only that, the administration also reduced the team working in China on pandemics and had repeatedly attempted to cut funding for the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. But hey, you know what? We got tax cuts for the rich, baby. Rich people got richer. And at the end of the day, isn't that what matters? No, about the only thing that Trump did for regular people during the pandemic is pandemic relief checks. Okay? And that's because he realized, oh no, I'm going to have to do something for average people or they're not going to show up. And they're also not going to spend money at corporations. Let's be honest, like a lot of the vast majority of pandemic relief went to giant multinational corporations. Okay, so they had to give the people a little slice of something, some crumbs here, even though the vast majority of the meal went to the very, very rich. Do you see a pattern with Trump and Republicans? Pretty much everything they do is geared towards helping rich people. Okay, so now that said, you could argue that a lot of politicians are the same, right, in that way. They don't care about average people, and they generally help the rich. All right, I would agree with a lot of that. Let's be honest. That's the thing, though. The types of policies that you support and push, I would think that actually makes, more of an impact and shows people who you are more than what you say on the campaign trail. Because, all the politicians will regularly gaslight you, be like, oh, I care so much about you and the average person. And then, those same politicians are like, tax cut for Chevron, tax cut for ConocoPhillips, some subsidies for Raytheon, the average people, okay? Yeah, tax cut for Walmart. What the average person? I hear they might shop there or something. I don't know, average people. Let's just give them more and more money. No, come on. Again, you have a lot of this lying and gaslighting, yes, in our political system and politicians. Yes, a lot of them don't really care a lot about us, all right? That said, there are some that do. And again, you have to look at policy positions, right? And the policies that do the most good for people. For example, if you say you care about healthcare, okay? Donald Trump, his plan, we'll hear it in about 2 weeks, right? His healthcare plan. No. You say you care about healthcare, but if you're actively trying to roll back what little progress there has been on healthcare, like for example the ACA, which I'm a critic of, I don't think it's the greatest thing in the world, but it's a step up from what we had before, yes, and it has helped a lot of people, especially Medicaid expansions, et cetera, right? You're trying to roll that back, and you're saying, oh, I care so much about healthcare. You don't actually care about healthcare. No, of course not. At the same time, if you say you're in favor of universal healthcare and then trash Medicare for all, then you don't actually care about universal healthcare. You know what I'm saying? If you care about climate change and you decide to, do a bunch of things that are actually exacerbating the situation, like more oil and gas leases, then yeah, you don't actually care about climate change, okay? So policy positions matter much more than rhetoric, okay? But again, on policy positions, Trump and Republicans, not in favor of regular people, the voters, okay? Now, social media was quick to react to Trump's indifference. Conservative Army Iraq war veteran Peter Heinlein had a theory, saying, hear me out, the kind of guy who would tell his own supporters that came out to see him speak, I don't care about you, I just want your vote. What Trump just did today is exactly the kind of guy who would call soldiers killed in action suckers and losers, while speaking to a man whose son was killed serving our country. But he did say that. And I was like, no, I never said suckers and losers. Are you sure about that? Another person replied, wow, Trump just went mask off. Really? Just went mask off? No, he's always had the mask off. We need every voter. I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care. You hear that, America? Trump doesn't care about you at all. He just wants you to vote for him. Disgraceful. And Luke Beasley added, he finally said the truth. And apparently the truth shall set you free unless you're a MAGA supporter, because you're still going to vote for the same thing, the same kinds of policies that are actually going to make it harder for you to live. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.